everybody, my name is Alexia King, and today I'm going to be giving you a few tips and tricks that I've picked up on writing an argumentative essay. So starting out in your intro paragraph up at this little number 1 here, you want to start out with a grabber, so that's something to grab the audience's attention. So don't just jump straight into whatever you're talking about. First, you have to give the audience a little something to make them interested in what you have to say. It can be a quote, just an interesting fact, anything that you think will grab the audience's attention. And then you're going to move into some background information. It's a little bit hard for the audience to understand your point if they don't really know what you're talking about first. So this background info is a chance for the audience to get caught up on what you already know on the topic. That's somewhere also in like history essays where you could talk about the context of the event you're going to be talking about. But just give your audience, catch them up to where you are. And then finally you're going to get down to your thesis. So in the little triangular diagram, we call it the upside down triangle technique, you realize that this intro paragraph is designed to start out on the grander issue, the large scale issue that can be applied to more than one topic. And then as you work through that intro, you're going to be getting more and more specific towards your thesis. And your thesis deals with what you're talking about in this essay. It's kind of like a table of contents for the essay because you lay out, these are the points I'm going to talk about today. Please don't use that phrase though to begin it. There are better ways to start, which I'll show you in a minute. So your thesis, you're going to say your different points. You don't want to get too much into detail here because you have to have something to talk about in the paragraphs, but just give a quick overview of what you're going to be talking about in each. And when you're writing this, the way you order it, the first point you put in your thesis is going to be your first paragraph, second point, second paragraph, third point, third paragraph. Hence the table of contents reference. Please don't put them out of order. If you decide to write your argument in a different order, just go back up and rearrange your thesis statement so that it makes sense with your essay. Alrighty. Now for an argumentative essay, one kind of a formula, I guess you could call it, for a thesis statement is although, and then your concession point, A, B, and C. So although if you're writing an essay on why dress codes are should or should not be allowed in school, if you're taking the stance that they should not be allowed at schools, you could say, although dress codes provide a quick way to get ready in the morning, comma, they undermine personal expression, comma, and then your second point, comma, and your third point. And you want to make sure these points are strong because these are the points that you're going to be writing the whole essay on. And if you do something too weak, it's going to be hard to put enough meat into those paragraphs. So make sure this thesis is well thought out. And of course, this is not the only way you can structure a thesis. This is just one of my recommendations for argument because it gets your concession point in there, which I'll explain what that is in just a little bit if you're not sure at the moment. So don't fear if that word hasn't come up before. So that way you can kind of get the other side of the argument in and then immediately refute it or like back your own point up by saying, although that is a good point, a valid point on your side, these are the reasons that my point stands. These are the reasons in this example that dress code should not be allowed at school. Okay? So from there, when you start your body paragraphs, you want to make sure you use topic sentences. So don't jump straight into your argument. You have to put one sentence at the beginning of the paragraph that connects that paragraph to your essay topic as a whole. So that's going to be a differently worded version of one of your points. So in that little formula there, my first point A, that's going to be what my topic sentence for paragraph 1 is about. So if I had said that they limit self-expression in my thesis statement, then when I'm doing my topic sentence, I have to say something about that. So dress codes can limit personal expression through outfits, blah, 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 blah. So you just have to make sure you have some sort of a link right there so that you don't, so that there's a nice smooth transition from your intro to your next paragraph. And you're going to be putting one of those at the beginning of each of your paragraphs so that your essay has a nice flow to it. All right. Next, we're going on to PEAL. There are lots of different acronyms for it, but I've found this one's the one that sticks in my mind. So PEAL is your point, evidence, analysis, and link. So when you're writing a paragraph,